football, a little NBA basketball. Not much this week. More baseball related this week. But we got some XFL too. We got
So always the XFL.
Always XFL right now.
This is a big XFL podcast. Compared to other sports podcasts, I'd say we are leading. We're at least up there in XFL coverage.
Yeah, we're on it. We're on the XFL.
Is there anything else? The NFL proposed collective bargaining agreement talks about new playoff.
So a little
setup.
NFL. We got a little NFL.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we got to talk about our sponsor, J.G. Graybill Plumbing.
Always.
So,
J.G. Graybill Plumbing, proving that quality workmanship still exists. They pride themselves on being a small, family-owned and operated company, investing in the team and servicing our community. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, Parker has a fantastic J.G. Graybill lanyard.
Yes.
So
look at how beautiful this is.
Those are the advantages of if you're watching this on YouTube. You get to see some cool stuff like that. You can contact J.G. Graybill on the phone, 717-768-3276, or on the web, www.jggraybill.com, for any plumbing services such as hydronic heating, water treatment, well pumps, or mini split systems. And if you mention All Sports All the Time to J.G. Graybill when you contact them, you will get $25 off your services. So mention All Sports All the Time, $25 off plumbing services. Who doesn't want that?
I would love that, to be honest. That would be amazing.
And maybe a lanyard, who knows?
Yeah, maybe you'll get a lanyard like this beautiful thing.
Yeah. Think big.
It was
lanyard and $25. Oh, they get the idea.
Yeah. J.G. Graybill Plumbing.
All right, so with that, we get into the segment that always kicks off every episode, the Bill Walton segment.
Bill Walton, let's go.
He's the best.
He is the best.
And every week we have a quote or just something that Bill did in the past week. And these last 2 weeks, we've been lucky enough to have videos / if you're listening to the podcast, sound, or even if you're watching the YouTube video, I wouldn't recommend trying to look at the screen of this. It wouldn't be a very good viewing experience.
Yeah, no.
So we have audio, regardless, of Bill Walton. Last week, it was him making sounds for, like sound effects for each XFL team. And this week, it is Bill Walton with Bill Walton, a.k.a. Frank Caliendo, who is a voice imitator. He imitates a bunch of sports people. Has a fantastic Stephen A. Smith impression. You can go check him out.
So, yeah, we're going to get into this, and I'll play the video right here.
This is Bill Walton and Bill Walton.
Today's edition of Walton's World is a little unique because Bill Walton is here, along with Bill Walton. How great is this? Enjoying ourselves, enjoying the
This is Frank Caliendo.
Inside the arena, outside the beautiful, the landscape that is Arizona, but inside, how loud can it? The look on your face, Bill, is that of utter frustration.
Now it's gonna be the real Bill. The real Bill's coming.
The negativity that I have
Here it is.
It's hard to tell.
It is.
And now someone here who can shine the light, someone who can appreciate the beauty of a saguaro, somebody who knows about the grandeur of the Sonoran Desert, somebody who knows that rivers can flow uphill. You never know when to talk when he's going, do you? You never know when there's going to be a break. He continues to go the entire time in the three. What was that three? I wasn't even looking. I wasn't paying attention to the game. There was a two by Alonzo Verge.
He was paying attention.
This is more than we pay attention normally.
Oh, man. Frank Caliendo is amazing. Almost as amazing as Bill Walton.
Yeah.
But that's always great. The more Bill Waltons you can have, it's never a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, Bill Walton, I thought he was unique. Turns out I was wrong. There is another Bill Walton.
When you have Frank Caliendo, nobody's unique anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not unique, Owen. No.
Okay.
Just kidding.
All right. So to catch you guys up on what happened this week, here are some rapid fire headlines from the past week. So, first of all, the Astros scandal. Major League players are coming out with a lot of frustration towards Rob Manfred about the lack of punishment for Astros players for cheating. Drew Brees announced that.
Wait. I want to do a demonstration of this.
Now you'll never know what Drew Brees announced.
This is like Owen is an Astros player now, so congrats, you made the big leagues, Astros.
Okay.
I am a baseball player that's not on the Astros, and I did not cheat, but Owen cheated. This is what's gonna happen.
Seems a little unnecessary, but okay.
All right, there you go. Just wanted to give you guys a demonstration of what's going to happen to the Astros players.
All right. That was very accurate. I don't think that'll actually happen.
But Owen made the big leagues. Yeah.
For the Astros.
Oh.
Yeah.
But he still made the big leagues.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, this is supposed to be quick, so I'll make this question really quick.
Rapid fire headlines. We got one headline in.
Would you rather not make the big leagues? Or make the big leagues for the Astros and be one of the players that's cheating?
Make the big leagues for the Astros.
No, but...
And be part of the cheating scandal?
Yeah, exactly. That's a tough
question. I'd rather be part of the cheating scandal.
Because you still make millions.
They didn't get punished. You can be there, but I could say I didn't take part in it.
Yeah. But what if there was obvious info that you did?
Well then. That'd be pretty bad. Like if I was in Jose Altuve's position, where it's like they have the video of him saying like, "Don't rip my shirt off after he hit the home run to send them to the World Series," because now people think there's like a buzzer under his jersey, which makes sense because that's really suspicious to be saying like, "Don't rip my shirt off," because there's a buzzer underneath it. I can see why people are concerned about that. Then I would say I would probably rather not go to the majors.
So it just depends how involved
with that for the rest of my life. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next one. Sorry.
Wow. All right. So rapid fire headlines. That headline took about 2 minutes. So if we continue at that pace, no. Drew Brees announced that he will be coming back for the 2020 season.
Football fans can be happy.
That is one quarterback down out of the many quarterbacks that are still available. This is going to be one of the best free agency periods in the NFL in a long time. Speaking of the NFL, they proposed a change to the regular season format, just adding an extra game, and the playoff format, adding a team, which would result in only the top seed getting a bye.
2 teams, right?
Well, adding 1 team per conference, so instead of 12 teams total, it would be 14 teams total, so that on each side it would be 7, and only the top team would get a bye, so we would have 3 wildcard round
the
games.
Chiefs would have played the Steelers.
The Steelers and the Rams would have gotten in last year.
Yeah.
If that was how it was this year. The owners obviously approved of it immediately because they want more money, and the players the players voted to vote later.
Yeah.
Don't know why that's a thing.
All right, guys. What do you guys vote on this? Yay or nay? Later.
Maybe. Give us a month or 2. But I understand that. They didn't have a ton of time for this. And playing an extra game, that means more injury possibilities. It's always more complicated than it seems. Baseball is happening, finally. The Phillies' JT Realmuto, best catcher in baseball, lost his arbitration. He wanted $12.4 million. The Phillies wanted to pay him $10 million, so they won. They're paying him $10 million for the 2020 season, but it doesn't have a huge impact. Obviously, $2.4 million is a lot to most people, but the Phillies are going to try to sign him to an extension long-term before the season starts so that he doesn't hit free agency next year. Also in Philadelphia, Nigel Bradham, Eagles linebacker, was let go this week, as was DeMarcus Cousins
for the Lakers.
Let go by the Lakers.
ACL.
Yeah.
That was
I feel bad for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he just keeps tearing his ACL.
Yeah.
I think, and I really don't know if another team will take a chance on him when he's healthy. Because he had a torn ACL the whole time, but he didn't even get to play in any game.
I'm sure somebody will
probably
watch him go to the Knicks.
Because he
heard it here
so
first.
Good.
DeMarcus Cousins to the Knicks. MLB's spring training has begun. We're recording this on Saturday. It started yesterday. I think all the teams are playing today. So that's exciting. Spring training doesn't matter as much. It's more like position battles, teams figuring out who's going to be who, prospects coming up to be in a major league atmosphere for a little bit before they go back down to the minors.
And finally, Kansas, number 3 ranked, beat Baylor, number 1 ranked. So now they're on top of their division now.
Big 12?
Yeah, the Big 12. So they won 64-61. Azubuike had 23 points, 19 rebounds. He was just like, I compared him to Embiid because both Kansas, both centers, both like big guys, you know.
Both good.
Both really good because I mean, if you play Division I college basketball for Kansas, you're pretty good.
I'd say you're all right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
even if you don't even go to the NBA, you're still really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will. I'm not sure if they're gonna jump Gonzaga for the number 1 like coming out of this week.
They definitely won't be number 3 anymore.
Baylor will fall down probably to like 3. Yeah. They might fall down to 4 at the max. Baylor, but I doubt it.
They'll still be a 1 seed heading into March Madness, probably though.
Unless
because that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
March Madness.
March Madness
coming soon. We'll have to have an episode on that.
So the new 1 seed's
soon.
either going to be like Gonzaga or Kansas, one of the two.
Yeah.
And then they'll probably be 1-2, Baylor 3, San Diego 4. But San Diego could be 3 and Baylor 4. I don't know. Because they haven't lost yet, San Diego State.
Yeah.
So
are they the only team that hasn't lost yet?
Yeah, they're the only one. They're 26-0 or something. Or 24-0, I don't know.
And that's especially impressive this year where all of the top teams are losing.
Yeah.
This is a crazy year for college basketball.
It's insane.
So, those are your rapid-fire headlines. We'll work on making them faster. That was 5 minutes, but
well, it was kind of rapid fire.
Yeah, after the Astros one, it was faster. Yeah, it was
like
it
5
was relatively fast.
Yeah,
we'll take it. So,
we got to discuss them a little bit.
Yes. The big topics for this week. We start with the NFL collective bargaining agreement discussions. They proposed a new playoff format and regular season format. Regular season, instead of being the normal 16 games with 1 bye week, it would be 17 games with 1 bye week per team. And then they proposed adding 1 extra team per conference into the playoffs, so 14 instead of 12. Like we said, it would have been the Rams in the NFC, the Steelers in the AFC. And by adding those teams, that means that with 7 in each conference, you would now have 3 wild card round games, and the top seed is the only team that gets a bye.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like
football.
This. Yeah, it's more football for more money, because they make so much money off of it. Yeah. But I'm not sure it's like beneficial to the players. Like I don't see how this could like help them. The season's like already like so many people get injured already. Yeah. If you add another game, that's another week for people to maybe get injured. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like the top 2 teams should get a bye. Like I feel like New Orleans should have even gotten a bye.
Yeah.
Like you're 13-3, you don't get a bye.
When you have a year like that.
But like 2 13-3 teams wouldn't have gotten a bye.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's almost taking away incentive to play because now only 1 team's going to get that bye, so there's less teams that are going to...
Well, no, but you still want to get a higher seed so that you don't have to play somebody as good.
But the bye incentive is a little bit greater than just, like, playoff positioning. You know what I mean? Because...
Yeah, but the playoff positioning becomes more important now, which the NFL doesn't really have a problem with.
Yeah, but, like,
they want that.
If you're a 2 seed or a 3 seed, like... that doesn't matter as much, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah, because it depends on how far behind the 1 seed you are. Like, if you're a game back, then it matters. But if you're, like, 2 games back with 2 games to play, it's not looking too good.
The Rams or the Vikings, who would you want? Like, you would probably want the Rams, but only, like, a little bit. Not as much. Like, Rams would have been the team in.
Yeah, like, none of us were outraged that the Rams weren't in the playoffs last year. Like, that wasn't a huge... problem to us.
It wasn't. And
so
like nobody really care that the Steelers didn't make it last year.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just unnecessary. Like, the Chiefs then probably wouldn't have gone to the Super Bowl because they would have had to play, like... no, they probably would have.
They would have had to play another
I mean, it's all hypothetical, but...
which
like, they would have
been harder.
They would have had to play the Steelers, which probably would have been, like, an easy win, but then you still don't have that bye week, which is really important.
Yeah.
So, it just would change a lot, and I feel like there wouldn't be as much initiative to, like, get... Like, if you're not in the race for the 1 seed, I feel like it's not, like... I don't know. There's more teams vying for...
Yeah. It makes sense.
For those 2 spots, but when you make it only 1 spot, there's going to be less teams that are in the running for it. So, yeah.
I would rather there be no bye week because I think that it's...
But then you don't get rest.
Kind of unfair. Well, no, yes, you don't get rest. But there's always, like, the team, like the Ravens this year, where it's like they rested on the last week, and then they rested again during wild card. And then they got beat by the Titans. So then you always have the debate over, like, well, how much do you rest them? Because then stuff like this happens, but you don't want to risk anybody getting hurt. And I feel like it would be a lot more exciting if there was no buys at all. Also because then you would always, like, mid-2010s, the Patriots would always get the 2 seed bye because they're in the AFC East. They would just roll through everybody. And there would be teams in the divisional round, like this year, for example. If the Patriots had beaten the Dolphins, they would have had the 2 seed and a bye. And the Chiefs would have had the 3 seed and not gotten a bye. But we all know that the Chiefs were pretty... Like, it's hard to argue that the Patriots were the better team. So it gets a little unfair sometimes with that 2 seed bye, like, who deserves it? Like, Packers were not better than the Saints, in most people's opinion. They got the bye with the 2 seed. But back to this proposal, it makes sense for the NFL, obviously, because it's making them money. It makes sense for the players from an outside view because the cut that the players would get would be $5 billion extra dollars.
Wow. Which
sounds like a lot,
but then
split among everybody. But they would also get, in the Week 17 games, for all NFL games, the players get a cut of, I think it's 47%. It would go up to 48% in that Week 17. And also the 2 1 seeds that would get the hypothetical bye would get paid during wildcard weekend, which is not currently a thing. Like, you don't get paid if you're not playing a game. So that would be good. We're not players, so I'm sure there's definitely other, like, details and smaller things
nuances.
In the contract. Good word, yes, nuances, that we don't know that the players are concerned about. So that's why they have the union, the collective bargaining. That's why it's called collective, because everybody gets to decide on it. So we'll see what the players decide, whether they want this or not. We know that the NFL wants it, because more football, more money.
Exactly.
So
it's all a business.
Yes. Next, the Astros cheating scandal. If you don't know by now, that's kind of surprising. But the Astros in 2017 it has been found that they were stealing other teams' signs using a camera, which in baseball, it's okay to steal a team's signs if you are, like, watching and seeing if a team is giving something away, and then you can use your brain to figure it out. But when you start videoing them and using technology, that's when it crosses the line, which is what the Astros did. It's very ironic because you have the height of technology in these video cameras and the TV that it was attached to in the clubhouse, and then you have them banging on a trash can to relay those. The lowest form of technology.
It's like
possible.
Way up here, and then like all the restrictions that like limit you from cheating, like that. Like, I don't know. It's hard to cheat.
It is.
So they had to literally bang on a trash can to do it.
Yeah. It makes you wonder how nobody noticed it for a while. Because it's like they're in the dugout banging on a trash can. Seems kind of obvious. I don't know. So they won the World Series that year, and the big discussion has been, should Rob Manfred basically nullify that season or just wipe out that World Series. And in his statement that was supposed to help and actually ended up making things about 10 times worse, he called for his reasoning of why he didn't punish the Astros players was because he wanted to give them like freedom to tell the truth without being like, all right, once you tell us the truth, we're going to suspend you. He wanted them to be able to speak freely about what happened so that they could get all the details. That was why he didn't suspend them. And then when asked about the not taking away their World Series, he said it seemed kind of pointless to take away from something that already happened and called the World Series trophy a hunk of metal, which was a very bad move.
Yeah, that is bad.
And resulted in many angry Major League Baseball players who spend their entire careers trying to win that hunk of metal. So, good job, Rob.
Yeah, that's literally the point of baseball. So you're calling baseball like...
He's like, yeah, you guys aren't really playing for anything.
You're degrading baseball.
Yeah, I don't think that in my opinion... Well, sorry, not done with the story. So he said that now all of the players, like even Mike Trout, and Mike Trout barely ever says anything interesting. Even Mike Trout is coming out against Rob Manfred. And when all of your players, especially your best players, are mad at you, that's never good. So, again, good job, Rob.
Good job, Rob.
Yeah.
I feel like all Robs make mistakes.
Are not in a great situation. Wow, you just took out every single Rob in the world.
Rob Pelinka. Rob... I don't know. I don't know any other Robs.
Wow.
I was just thinking
Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't make mistakes, though. He's pretty good.
So not every Rob.
Okay, whatever. Let's go to the
What
next
a fantastic game. That was amazing. So, yeah, players are very mad at Rob Manfred. I think that the best thing he could do is literally just
ban everything.
No, just... literally just put an asterisk next to the Astros 2017 World Series. Anywhere that it's listed, anything on the trophy, put an asterisk next to their name. Any record book, asterisk.
Astros, asterisk.
Boom.
Bang.
There you go. Perfect.
Intelligence with Parker and
yeah.
How to get smart. In 5 easy steps.
5 easy steps. Astros, asterisk. That's 2 steps.
Oh, then you gotta like say, do your laundry, because that gets you super smart.
Filibuster, when you don't have anything to say, just kind of like start making stuff up, like doing your laundry.
And learn how to read. Yeah, that's very important.
I would say that is pretty important. That's yeah.
But I can't teach you that. I'm not a professional. He's not a professional, but
no.
You can learn from online teachers and stuff. Okay, next one.
That was amazing. So those 2 stories were 2 things that have already happened. Now we get into previews. Yeah. First preview, Saturday night, which by the time you're listening to this, unless you are a hardcore listener, if you are, good for you. Thank you.
But it will most likely be in the past for you. It is in the future for us.
Most likely, you're listening to this after Saturday night, which is when the Tyson Fury-Deontay Wilder fight is happening. It is boxing. It's heavyweight boxing, which America always likes. Neither of us are boxing experts.
No.
So I'll tell you what I know. Parker will tell you what he knows.
I mean, in my hard-hitting interviews with Parker Wolf.
I mean, there is a pretty sweet
I know boxing then, yeah. I'm good at boxing there, but...
Go check out the intro for that. Parker shows you how good he is at boxing.
Just the intro, but if you would like to, you can watch the whole thing, which is way better. Okay, anyway.
Good job.
That was a little plug for a segment on YouTube.
Always gotta plug it. What was I saying? Yeah. So I'll tell you what I know. I know that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are both undefeated currently.
Which means they're pretty good.
They are both very good. Their last fight, I know that it ended in a draw, with the iconic moment being Deontay Wilder got Tyson Fury with a shot to the head which when it's Deontay Wilder, he has the strongest punch, arguably ever. Nobody gets up from that, and Fury got up. So that was the big moment from the last fight. I know that Wilder weighed in at 230, and Fury weighed in at 273, which is apparently a bit heavy for him. And I know that Wilder is the slight favorite, even though Fury is technically a better boxer. He's more strategic and stuff, but Wilder has a stronger punch, so if he gets you, you're in trouble. Yeah. All it takes is one shot. And Wilder is the slight favorite. What do you know about this fight, Parker?
I kind of know... I kind of know a little bit, not a whole lot. I know that I'm betting on Wilder to win, so...
What? Okay.
I mean, I know that. I know that Fury's
you have a betting problem, then.
Well, I mean,
betting on something that you don't follow? That doesn't sound very good to me. Sorry, continue.
Just when Wilder wins, you will learn.
All right, I'll take Fury just to pick something different.
But I do know that 272 does sound overweight, so that's why I'm picking Wilder. And like when you have a punch that is as good as his, like just you can just get knocked out from that. Like, geez, my skull would like shatter.
It definitely would. I don't know why people box. It seems like
it's
such
so
a terrible thing to do.
It's like yeah, I'm just gonna go get hit in the pancreas and my kidneys, and they're all gonna like explode. Like I'm gonna die.
It takes a special person to box.
Or a messed up person. It depends on how you do it.
Good point. I don't understand why anyone would as a young person be like, you know what? I want to punch other people in the face.
Yeah, no.
But if you're good at it, you make a lot of money.
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
why not?
It's all about the money. Anyway, those are my limited takes because I don't know a whole lot about the sport. But when you take Wilder and win with it, thank me. And maybe you'll give me 1% of your total earnings. 1%. Just kidding.
1% of whatever he wins, I would take that. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And the last thing, another preview. Oh, wait, no. 2 previews. Real quick preview. Bucks Sixers is also tonight, Saturday night. It's in Milwaukee, so that means the Sixers are going to probably lose. But if they win, big momentum swing.
Yes.
It might be able to jump them over the Heat, I think, because they're a half game back of them, aren't they? I don't know if the Heat play tonight. If the Heat win tonight, they might still be a half game back. But it could vault them into the 4 seed. It would be a huge momentum boost of confidence for them because it would be on the road. It would be against the Bucks. Ben Simmons is probable, so he's likely going to be back.
But
so
the odds of them winning are...
Oh, no, they're not good. No, that was the optimistic version.
They throttled, that was a good word, the Bucks on Christmas, so...
In Philadelphia.
That's
the problem.
In Philly, yeah. So, I know, we'll see. But, yeah.
So that was a very quick preview. There's a lot of good stuff on.
There is.
This Saturday, there's the fight.
There's so many college basketball games.
College basketball, Bucks, Sixers, and the XFL.
Yes.
So there are 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. As always, we are going to quickly preview because in the last episode it was on a Monday, which is if we were in a perfect world, Mondays would be the perfect day to record.
They would.
Because you get to recap everything that happened on the weekend, but we're working with what we've got.
Yes.
So the XFL is happening right now. The Roughnecks are playing the Vipers. The second quarter just started.
Take a guess who's losing.
The Vipers are
the Vipers, the team that
terrible.
I do not have.
Terrible. Parker wanted the Vipers.
Yeah, because they have neon green jerseys. You would think they'd be insane, but I guess teams with neon green jerseys are either really good or really bad.
Obviously.
And they're down here.
I mean, they're still in the game. They're losing to the Roughnecks 9-3. So it's still manageable.
Yeah.
We'll see. The Roughnecks are Danny's team. The Vipers are Luke's team. And then later on Saturday, we have the Renegades versus the Dragons. The Renegades are favored in that game, but the Dragons did show some promise last week.
Flashes. They showed some flashes.
They won.
Without 3 offensive linemen.
So, yeah, that's a 1-1 team versus a 1-1 team. The Roughnecks are 2-0, Vipers are 0-2. The Renegades are Mitchell's team. Mm-hmm. The Dragons are obviously Parker's team. And then on Sunday, we have the suddenly reeling New York Guardians. They started off really well, and then last week it just all completely went off the rails when they got smoked by the Defenders 27-0, and their quarterback and head coach were feuding on live television with like the XFL. You have amazing access. Matt McGloin in his halftime interview thing literally just like screamed about their coach Kevin Gilbride needing to change their entire game plan. So that's always great when your coach and your
but the defenders are
quarterback
really
are fighting.
Good.
The defenders are amazing. So the Guardians are playing the Battlehawks. That's the first game on Sunday. That is my brother Ethan versus my brother Bennett. They are our correspondents for
a BB.
Those teams.
Brother battle.
Yeah.
All right.
This is brother battle.
What's the last game?
And the last game is the Defenders versus my LA Wildcats.
And his team is
who
almost as bad as the Vipers,
no,
if not worse.
They're 0-2, like the Vipers. The Defenders are 2-0. But the Wildcats have shown so many flashes.
Biased.
They've just been... Go to any other XFL platform other than this one. You'll see that this game is projected to be very close. Despite how amazing the Defenders are probably the best team in the league. But this game is supposed to be pretty close because the Wildcats have shown a lot of potential. They're just very, very inconsistent. Their offense is still kind of getting itself figured out because their quarterback, Josh Johnson, who is, by the way, a top 3 quarterback in the XFL, just saying. He came back. He missed week 1, came back last week. Like I said, inconsistent. They were good, but only for like short periods of time. They showed flashes, and they lost to the Renegades last week in a very close game. So I don't feel too bad about their offense. I'm confident in their offense. The defense scares me. The defense gives up a lot of chunk plays. And it also scares me because the Defenders are probably the best team in the league. They're really good. So it wouldn't surprise me if the Wildcats lose and go to 0-3. But if they could win this, their schedule after this is... They started off with the 3 best teams in the league. So that's a little rough. After this, it's...
There's a team called the Roughnecks.
Whoa. Good one.
All right. Sorry. I needed to say that.
They have a little bit of an easier schedule after this, so it's not... Hope is not completely lost. It's just going to be a lot harder. Yeah.
It's just mostly lost.
We lost the majority of our hope.
Yes.
And if the Dragons lose this week, they're in a pretty bad spot, too.
They're in a very bad spot.
Just have to throw some shade at the Dragons,
they're winning.
too.
They're going to win this week.
They're not winning. They're not playing yet. Oh, like they're... Okay, got it.
They're going.
Yeah. All right. So that is the... we don't really have a name. We should come up with a name for that portion.
Yeah.
Like the middle portion where we just kind of talk about what happened this week in depth.
The
in-depth weekly recap.
The media middle. The middle media. I don't know. I can't think on the spot.
Anyway,
I can think on the spot. That's what we're doing. Podcast. Whoops.
Anyway,
my word. I have my word.
Yeah,
get ready for the weird. Or are we doing it now?
Yeah.
Yes. Weird name game.
That's how we finish off every episode. The weird name game, where we each have a term from a sport that is normally pretty obscure, that nobody would really know. So we just kind of educate you guys to give you some new words to add to your sports vocabulary. So you're first this week, Parker?
Yep. My word incorporates an NBA basketball player, but it's
a player?
Yep. But it's about NASCAR.
These are sports terms.
Yep, I know. But it's about NASCAR. So the sport is NASCAR, okay? And the word is Nash holes.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Wow, Steve Nash. Okay. So it's NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
What is a Nash hole?
Mm-hmm. There's no way you're getting this.
A Nash hole. It's a gap. It's so you're driving in your car going really fast.
Yeah.
A Nash hole is a gap between cars that is like it's small, like Steve Nash, but like just wide enough that you can fit through.
False. But I like that definition better.
As long as your definition sounds good and you're confident about it, you can pull it off.
Yeah, I know. I do like that. But actually it means people who are fans of NASCAR. See?
Really? Nash holes?
Yep.
Just NASCAR fans.
Yep, NASCAR fans. So if you like NASCAR, you're a Nash hole.
That sounds terrible. Why'd you say it so fast? That made it sound worse.
Oh, yeah.
If we were on like an actual like live show, that definitely would have gotten bleeped.
Oh yeah, totally. Whoops. Okay.
I didn't even think about that until you said it in you just said Nash holes.
I didn't think about it
and you
either.
kind of said like you split it up like it was 2 words.
Yeah.
And then
oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't think about that either.
Okay. So I don't think we're ever gonna have a better word than that one. That is a top word.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so my word is not that good. Mine is in lacrosse. It's a fish.
A fish.
What is a fish in lacrosse?
In lacrosse.
When you're out there laxing it up, and somebody says fish, what does that mean?
It means that you have I'm gonna get it. What are you doing?
There's no way he's getting this.
Is it?
I was.
Is it like
whispering to the YouTube audience that there's no way.
Is it like the netting in the stick, like the little crust?
No.
Oh, because I was thinking like nets, fish.
That makes sense.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah. It's a player who's really terrible. So if you're ever playing lacrosse and you wanna like.
So I'm a fish.
I am also a fish.
Because I don't.
We're both fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fish. Fish buddies.
Fish 5.
Fish friends. Alright. That was good. That was really good.
Wow. All right. That was a fantastic weird name game.
That was funny.
To end yet another fantastic episode.
Uh-huh.
But before it ends.
Oh, yes.
You know that there's one thing left to do.
All right. I got to do what they like to call an ad read.
Very soon. There we go.
In approximately a couple seconds. So, J.G. Grable Plumbing prides themselves in being a small, family-owned and operated company invested in the team and servicing the community. If you need some real-life experiences to talk about and you want to get your plumbing services done, like hydronic heating, water treatment, well pump, and mini split systems, all 4 of those, plumbing, anything, just go to them and they might give you a lanyard like this one. And
way to pull out the lanyard.
Yes. And you get $25 off if you mention All Sports all the time. So call 717-768-3276 to see them, and www.jggrable.com to look at their website. So
it's a pretty great website.
It is an amazing website.
Recommend it. Why did you just put it on the ground? Wow.
That's the sound. I forgot. Oh my gosh. I forgot it was a sound. Okay.
I would recommend checking out their website. It's pretty
signing off for this episode. Adios amigos.
I don't know why I did that.